Okay, so today we're going to do a three-part soils lab where we'll look at a soil sample that you've collected, hopefully from a relatively undisturbed space like a lawn or a garden that hasn't been dug up recently. And we'll start by looking at living things in the soil. Maybe you have an earthworm or a centipede or some fungi, which will look thread-like. And then we'll classify the soil texture using a soil triangle. And then at the end, you'll plant some radish seeds and in your soil. And all of these instructions are in your blue in-class handout. So go ahead and hit pause while you describe or draw any organisms that you found in your soil. That's part one. And also answer the questions in the handout. Okay, next part, part two. This part can be hard. You have to estimate the percentage of each size particle in your soil. So go ahead again and hit pause while you do part two. Follow these instructions and the ones in your blue handout and join us again when you have gotten through step D. Okay, so if you're here in the slideshow, you should have finished step D in your lab where you've calculated the percent of each category, sand, silt, and clay, that your soil is made up of. Now you're ready to use this triangle graph. So let's say you determined that you have 13% clay. Notice it says percent clay on the left side of the triangle, and the numbers go from 0% down at the bottom to 100% at the top. You draw a line like the red one that intercepts the clay line at 13%. Next, let's assume you determined you had 55% silt, and the silt is represented on the left side, goes from 0 at the top to 100% down at the bottom. And you would draw a line like this blue line that intercepts the silt line at 55%. The last line is sand, and by definition, it has to be the remainder of the soil, the particle size class. So in this case, 100% minus the combination of 13 plus 55 gives you, what does that give you? 32. And you can see that sand is measured along the bottom. So at the 32 line, this is the green line here, you would draw that line intercepting the sand line at 32. And where all these meet is where the type of soil you have. So you can see that your soil would be classified as silty loam or silt loam. Now, if you want to have some fun, you can go to this website here that will tell you if your soil determination matches what soil surveys by the U.S. Department of Agriculture have done. So check out this link, which is on our Canvas Module 2 under Day 15 Soils Lab. So take a look at this table here, which describes different soil types in terms of their qualities. Why would it make sense that water infiltrates over here? Water infiltration capacity is good for sand. Remember, here's the sand particles up here, the big ones. And conversely, the water holding capacity of sand is poor. And now for the competition. We get to plant 3 radish seeds per well in those little planter 6-packs. And then depending on whether we're in class or at home, you will add 10 mils or around a tablespoon of water to each well. Place these in either trays for the lab techs to put in the greenhouse, or take care of yourself till late April, and then hopefully we'll be able to be together in class again and see which grew best. There'll be prizes for the winner. Okay, have fun. We'll see you soon.